Hello guys, this is Tarot Queen Jamila, here to do the last reading of the night for the Pisces. I'm so happy to be done. I'm so tired. I'm not too tired to do your reading. So this is going to be a general reading for the month of July. So from today, yesterday, and going into the first week of July. So I'm just going to call to the spirits for the Pisces. I'm going to be using my Pagan Tarot deck, guys. I'm so happy I found my card that I was missing. It was actually stuck to another card. But I'm going to be doing the Deviant Moon spread. So we're going to look at current, past, subconscious, your secret desires, what is hidden, what is ahead, what surrounds you, what influences others are having over you, what the spiritual influences are, and then you'll have a final outcome card for the close of the month. Alright, so that looks like, and I've been getting a lot of repeat cards, like the Hierophant came up so many times in these videos that I've done tonight. So a lot of people dealing with authority right now. Alright, so we got 10 cards here. So this will be sort of long. Alright, so currently you've got the Ace of Pentacles, so this is a new beginning. New beginning probably financially for you. So the aces are always a new beginning, some sort of fresh start maybe. So the Pentacles is things that start to take shape. So things are starting to take shape into your life. Maybe some of you Pisceans are about to buy a house, or just, trying to manifest something, maybe some travel. Either way, it's a really good, successful start, fresh start. Now, for the past energies, you did get the Hermit, but the Hermit is in reverse in your reading, and this was the only card that came up. So I get the sense that maybe there's, for some of you Pisces, maybe there's some fear of being alone that comes with that card that you had in the past. Maybe there's the fear of, isolation. Maybe there's the fear of the spiritual growth with the Hermit card. So the Hermit represents a search for and listening to your inner voice. So, you're working on yourself spiritually with the Hermit, but in reverse, I think that in the past there was definitely some struggle with that, for you to get it, for it to come up reverse. So, you were being social, you were sharing information, and you were one with your community. Even though you were going through that hard time, even though you were going through that spiritual, the spiritual aloneness of the Hermit, even though you were distant, you were still there for your community. So, I guess that makes a whole lot of sense for the Pisces, since they're always swimming in two different directions anyway. So, now your subconscious, the High Priestess, is on your subconscious, which is a really good thing to be influenced by. So you are influenced by this major epiphany, this major connection with the universe and the goddess, which you should see yourself, in whatever god or goddess that you believe in or that you worship or call on or commune with. So this card means that you're, subconsciously, the goddess is really trying to commune with you, and as well. So you want to pay attention to your spirits and your ascended masters, kind of your spirit, your angels. The High Priestess in this one is your spiritual destiny and consciousness needs to be focused on. So this is at your subconscious right now. And, since it is there, it is focused, but, your subconscious is typically hidden. So, that may be that hidden thing in your subconscious that, you're having currently. Now, your secret desires and wishes, you got the Devil card. So I get the sense that you want to be released from some sort of bondage, some sort of negative situation, negative energy, maybe some codependent people, maybe a codependent relationship. That looked funny doing it. It kept bothering me. It was like, I'd rather it be right there. I'm very much into the feng shui thing, and I've had it like that. It probably was a little bit of an eyesore at first. So anyway, it looks like you want to, be released from, some sort of bondage, maybe even dangerous situation, maybe something dangerous to your spirit. And the Devil in the Pagan deck is temptation, oppression, following roads, we don't believe to be ours. So, just resist that temptation, codependence of, trying to impress people, that claim to be your friends or whatever, or just, it's another major arcana card. So, I have to read you the advice from the Devil card. Temptation, obsession, addiction, and a need for approval often mark the sign of the Devil card. So, I kind of get the sense that you want to break out of that. You may sacrifice your own for the greater good in favors of others, praise, or stay in situations we know to be bad for us. This signifies the end of such dependence, showing us the error of our ways. So, you actually secretly desire this. So this is actually upon you this month. So you're going to be seeing this in the next actually week or so. Now, what's hidden is the Two of Chalices. Now, the Two of Chalices is, I would say, some sort of emotional partnership. Perhaps it means two visions of ourselves that complete one another. So the hidden force is kind of like you're trying to, you see yourself for who you really are. And, that's really deep for the pagan. This is one of my favorite illustrations because, the person is seeing their inner beauty as well as their outer. What you can look forward to, you did get an elder, which is the King of Swords. So there's going to be some, someone, this person is going to be a very aggressive energy. Is going to be coming up in the future, probably around the 16th to the 21st of the month. So this person will be coming up. This is a literal person because it's a court card. And what they are going to teach you is the wisdom in reasoning. So you're going to learn some reasoning skills. And that's going to be really important for you. So pay attention to this person. They're going to, really help enhance your perception because they are an elder. Your surrounding environment. You've got some people that are, kind of, putting some tough energy on you. I get the sense that you as a Pisces are probably taking care of someone who's suffering from some sort of heart condition, heartache, maybe an older adult. Maybe you're a nurse. At any rate, it seems like it's bothering you. It seems like it's really not good for you because the Three of Swords is emotions that don't allow you to think, doubts of your mind. So whatever it is, don't doubt yourself. If you need to step away from the situation because you start feeling imbalanced, The 3 representing an imbalance in your third eye chakra. Now, what influence are other people having on your current situation, whatever it is? You got the 10 of Swords, but it's in reverse. Okay? So the 10 of Swords in the upright position is kind of someone, you know, knocking you off of your balance, just completely and totally throwing you off. You have, you know, it's a breakdown. It's a loss of your self-esteem, you know, loss of sense of self, you know, loss of perception. 10 of Swords in the upright position in the pagan dictionary here, or Taranishi. I can't say it. Taking control, not giving in to the ideas of others. So the 10 of Swords in the pagan tarot, you know, really means you're taking control. Some of you, it can be interpreted, you know, differently for some of you, you know, because again, this is a general reading. But I will tell you this about the reversed meaning. So it did come up reversed, and you know, the reverse 10 of Swords is it is improving situations, a slight edge over one's hardships, and a pause in calamity. So there was definitely some loss that you suffered due to the influence of others, whether or not it's loss of, you know, your self-worth or your self-esteem, or you know, but you are overcoming that. So this is actually, you know, the influence of these people, you know, is not as it was before. You know, so you are getting over some hardships. It really did cause some losses for you, and it was caused by other people, which makes sense because it's a sword. And so, you know, this is conflict from other people, as well as yourself. Now, your spiritual forces, you know, that you're going to see in the month of June. And see, this is going to be around the end of June. You know, you'll overcome something, whatever it is. Now, you do have the Moon card. So let's talk about the Moon card in the tarot deck. Now, traditionally, this is about paranoia, fear, anxiety. It is a major arcana card. So let's just look at the Moon real quick. The Moon card in the Pagan Tarot is regaining control of your emotions, distinguishing true from false. So again, these are paranoia, these are lies, and you're going to have to decipher truth from, you know, fact from fiction. So the Moon card is saying that you're going to overcome that. You know, maybe you do have some sort of, you know, paranoia sometimes about certain things. And so, you know, this is actually going to be you overcoming that. And so the Moon card, just to let you know the advice that comes with it, is really, really good, actually. So just like the moonlight and sunlight show us differing perspectives of a situation, in this case, we were able to see that our fears are not the reality. We are buying into a dream state, frightened by things which do not need to have power over us because they don't exist. This is just a paranoia. Okay? Fear of fear of the unknown. We need to realize and take our power back from the nightmares in our lives. So this is a very, very deep card for you, Pisces, because, you know, a lot of times with fear, you know, they often swim around, you know, swim in the other direction. Kind of go off into a dream state, you know. So this is a major thing for you. Now, your final card was the 8 of Chalices, but it is in reverse. Okay, so this is actually a good positive card for you. Now, in the upright position, in the Pagan Tarot, it's a need for change, having depleted something. So this is a loss. This is the 8 of Cups traditionally is running away from a situation, abandonment, but it's in reverse. So it's definitely something that you have dealt with before. Being that it's in reverse is actually a positive thing. So that's why I kind of like to let the cards fall where they do. This is seeing things through, perseverance, and taking a risk. So, you know, you're going to definitely overcome whatever it is that you were trying to run away from. You know, you'll be able to have a clearer perspective of it instead of having all of those, you know, mixed emotions and feelings, you know. I think that's going to do it for this reading. I hope that you guys enjoyed your general reading. Stay tuned for your love reading. You're going to have a quick love reading coming up as well. And also make sure that you sub if you haven't already. Make sure that you thumbs up. Also, my contact information is in the video description box. And you can also check out my website. You can do some shopping on there as well. So, again, thank you so much for watching. And have a wonderful month. And I'll see you guys next time. Namaste.